Stan Gibelisco here, proprietor and operator of amateur radio station W1GV, Whiskey 1, Good Vibrations. I have a little idea for you. If you happen to live near an ocean and happen to have a little bit of money, which neither of those criteria apply to me at this particular moment, but some of you may have these luxuries. If you want to get on 160 meters from a sailboat, have I got an idea for you. The gist of it is it arises from a company called Allsop, A-L-L-S-O-P. They are located in England, and they manufacture a device called a Helikite. They call it a Helikite, Helikite. Do a Google search on the single word Helikites in the plural sense, and your first hit should be this company called Allsop. And what these Helikites are is a combination of a balloon and a kite, which can also be called a kytoon, K-Y-T-O-O-N. These things have been around for at least 100 years. Got to make sure this iPad stays taped to the side of the house or it'll fall. I've already got a cracked screen on the bloody thing because it's already fallen once. Still makes videos though. But this kytoon would be an ideal support for a long wire, or even better yet, an end-fed 160 meter Zepp antenna flown from a sailboat. The kytoon design, or Helikite design, is a hybrid between a balloon and a kite. So it's a lighter than air kite, and it is remarkably stable if properly designed, and the company Allsop has gone to great lengths to make sure that they created the best possible kytoon design manifest in their Helikites. And you can see a whole array of really interesting data and videos about these things on their website. They're not cheap. That's why I say this would probably appeal to you most if you got a little bit of money. You live by an ocean, you like to sail, and if you fly an antenna like this away from the confines of the continental United States, you shouldn't run afoul of the Federal Aviation Administration, and you shouldn't pose a danger to aircraft by flying a high kite or balloon captive. The Federal Aviation Administration looks with a rather jaundiced eye at these sorts of activities, and you don't want to run afoul of them. But if you get one of these Helikites, you build a 160 meter Zepp antenna, 260 feet of wire, and about however much, about a quarter wavelength, give or take some, a good balanced transmatch at the end, a good quarter wavelength of open wire line. The Zepp is all in one line. That's a true Zepp. And you fly it. These Helikites are designed to operate stably in winds, whether they're gusty or not, fitful or not, variable or not, up to roughly 30 knots. When you're on a sailboat, of course, in the open ocean, you are going to encounter winds that can vary in intensity and direction from moment to moment. These devices should stay aloft and remain stable as long as your antenna doesn't get tangled up in your sails or your boat mast or other such nuisances of that variety. But You can be out at night sailing in the open sea, and down in your cabin is little you with your little battery-powered transceiver, your boat run entirely off of batteries, nothing that generates any radio frequency noise, and listen to 160 meters. And you will work the world, I guarantee it, with your Helikite boat Zepp antenna. Have fun. It's the sort of thing I wish I could do, but number one, I'm too old. Number two, I'm too feeble. Number three, I don't know what number three is. I forgot. I'm absent-minded or something like that. Stan Gibilisco, and of course, you'll want to operate CW. Don't forget, you must operate CW using your boat Helikite Zepp on 160 meters. Stan Gibilisco, W1GV, saying 73, which means best regards in amateur radio jargon. And so long, which, whether you're on a boat or not, whether you're on 160 meters or not, whether you're using a Helikite-supported Zepp or not, shall always translate to di-di-di-da-di-da.